Good morning, student. It's a fine day for you all. Today is a valuable day for you, and it is important in our life. Student, you know that mathematics is a very easy subject if we practice it a lot. Without practice, we can't get success in mathematics. Still, again, student, mathematics is the subject which is correlated from the previous classes. If we will be lost, if we will forget, then definitely we will be in trouble when we will go to more and more path. Got, students? So today I will just take you a different scenario. You all have read the mathematics about the triangle. I am telling you that all you are class 10 students, but still you know that I am just thinking about the triangle. You people are know very early classes. If you ask the students what is a triangle, suddenly answer come. Triangle is a polygon based by three sides. Polygons bounded by three sides. Fine. The polygon bounded by three sides and three angles is called a triangle. The polygon bounded by three sides and three angles is called a triangle. So, students, in your class, we'll start the chapter from the different things. What is that? We'll read about similarity of triangle. Similarity of triangle. How will get the similarity? Student, you know that what is similar things, and in the previous classes you read about congruent triangles. You know that when the two triangles are congruent, easily you can say me, sir, triangles are congruent, have just four criteria there. What are the four criteria? The criteria are side, side, side. If side of one triangle is equal to or congruent to the side of another triangle, then these two triangles are said congruent. That is SSS rules. If we will go side angle side of a one triangle correspondingly equal to the side angle side of another triangle, if they are equal, if they are congruent, then the two triangles are congruent. Again, third one is angle side angle. Two angles included side of one triangle, if it is equal to two angle included side of other triangle, then these two triangles are said to be congruent. Fourth one, it is totally based on the right angle triangle. Two right angle triangles said to be congruent if they have the right angle and equal hypotenuse and one side of corresponding sides. If it is equal, then by RHS rules we can say the triangles are congruent. But my question, students, here, what is the difference between congruent figure and a similar figure? I can say you now. You can tell me now what is the figure. We can say it is a congruent figure. Congruent figure is the figure which is equal in all respect, like their dimension will be same shape, same size, everything. I can say you have seen that when we are going to the market, we are giving a smile ball. See, one packet has containing all smile balls are equal. But if you go for another packet, small smile balls are there. My question, the small balls is not congruent with that big smile balls. My question is that here I am getting a smile ball, but here is getting a smile ball. It is just less in size than that of the bigger one, because radius of this is not equal. But if another smile ball having the same radius, these two smile balls are similar or congruent. These two smile balls are congruent. But these two smile balls are A ball with B ball is congruent, A with C ball is similar. You just think about that. Giraffe and the child of the giraffe. the young one of the giraffe, looking like same, but one size is very bigger, one is very small. We can say these two are what? Similar. We cannot say the two are congruent, because the weight of the bigger one is not equal to the weight of the smaller one. It is not in all respect not equal. Then it is it's this similar figure, but not a congruent figure. Two mangoes of one tree, they are similar, but they are not equal. They are not congruent, like that. So, but okay, fine. We'll come to our point. We'll read about the similarity of triangle in this chapter. Clear? How we'll read the similar triangles? First, going to the similarity of triangles, I can say you some of the similar figures. Similar figures. This is the square figures. These all are the similar, but not congruent. These are the triangles, similar triangles, but not congruent. These are the circles, similar circles, but not congruent. These all are the similar figures. Clear, students? Now very much clear about your congruent figure and the similar figure. Okay, fine, students. We'll go to teach you now your very first chapters is written very carefully, how the two polygons are similar. How the two polygons are similar. We can say how the two polygons are similar. Fine, students. The two things are be there if we will say two polygons are similar. If how the condition, the two polygons are similar, two polygons are similar when, first point, if its all angles are equal. If all angles are equal. Second point, if all its angles are equal and the corresponding side ratios of the corresponding sides, ratios of the corresponding sides, ratio of the corresponding sides are same, are equal or same, are equal or same. We can say two figures. If its all angles are equal, if its corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Just I give you examples. Let you take the figure of this one. It is a square and it is a square. Let this is all are 4 centimeter. All are 4 centimeter. All are 4. And all angles you know it is 90 degree. Similar here in this figure all angles are 90 degree. This is also all are 90 degrees. It is also all are 90 degrees. Clear all of you? So, if this is 4 and this is 2 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 2 centimeter. You see, I can say that ABCD square is similar to PQRS square. How? Now you know that angle B is correspond to angle P. Angle C is correspond to angle A. All are 90 degree. Similarly, A equal to S, D equal to R. You see the ratio PQ by BC is equal to RQ by QR by CD. Then RS by AD and PS by AB. PS by AB all are 2 by 4, that is equal to 1 by 2. All are what? 2 by 4, the ratio equal to 2 by 4, that is equal to what I am getting? 1 by 2. Everywhere the ratio are becoming same but equal. So we can say that these two polygons, here it is a quadrilaterals and this quadrilateral special type quadrilateral, that is square. The two squares are similar in all respect. Clear? So like that, if we will find out the two figures, two polygons are similar, two conditions should be there. If its all angles are equal, if the ratio of the corresponding sides are equal, then we can say the two polygons are what? Similar to each other. Very fine. Now students, you come to the point of about triangles. About how we can say that two triangles are similar. two triangles are similar, we can go for it. Okay. We can, to prove it, we can go for the similarity of the triangle, similarity of the triangle. I am just saying that how those two triangles are similar. Same thing. If they have, because two triangles are also polygons, if they have the same equal angles, and what? If they have the ratios of their corresponding sides are same ratio, then we can say two triangles are also congruent. What? First point, if all the angles of two triangles are equal. First point. Second one, the ratio of the corresponding sides, the ratio of the corresponding sides are in same ratio, or equal ratio, then we can say that two triangles are similar. On the basis of this, I am just telling to you, I will go for proof a theorem of your classes. Generally, it is developed by Thales, so it is known as Thales theorem, or generally we should say it is a basic proportionality theorem. Basic proportionality theorem, or we say it Thales theorem. Thales theorem, it is very important. It is coming in an exam also. Thales theorem, it is always the important part of a triangle chapter. So you should go for it and you understood it properly, so that easily you can do it. Fine. Two triangles are similar if their corresponding angles are equal and their corresponding sides are the same ratio. In this regards, the famous Greek mathematician Thales gives the importance of these rules. We call it a Thales theorem. So we will go to the proof it. So go for your chapter. What is Thales theorem? The definition: if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, what is Thales theorem? If a line is drawn parallel to, the line is drawn parallel to any side of the triangle, any side of the triangle which meet the two other sides in two distinct points, two other sides in two distinct, the line is drawing parallel to the one side of a triangle to intersect to other sides in two distinct points, the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. The other two sides are divided in same ratio. What is the definition? You can say me now. If a line is drawn parallel to the any side of the triangle which meet the two other sides on distinct point, the other sides are divided in same. The other sides are divided in the same ratio. So we can go for proof of it. This proof is very important. We can go for the proof of this definition. So I am erasing the definition, students. We can go for it now. So come to the figure. I am drawing this one. According to the theorem, you just draw a triangle ABC. Fine. Draw another line which is parallel to BC. Let it be D and E. Clear? Okay, fine. So come to the proof of this theorem. First is data. What is data is given? ABC is a triangle. ABC is a triangle. DE parallel to BC. Here is given DE, which joined AB and AC in two distinct points D and E, is parallel to BC. It is given DE parallel to BC. Clear? To prove, what I have to prove? We have to prove that AD by BD, AD by DB is equal to AE by EC, AE by EC. AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Clear? We have to prove it. Then go for the construction. What construction we need to prove it? Construction is what? See, do the DM as the perpendicular drawn from D to AE and perpendicular drawn from E to AD, that is EN. Clear? Join DC and BE. Clear? So do what? For draw perpendicular EN from E to AD. Draw perpendicular DM from D to AE. Then join BE and DC. Clear? This much is the construction. What? Now draw perpendicular DM from D to AE and perpendicular EN from E to what? AD, from E to AD, and join. What will you join? Now join DC and BE. Join DC and BE. Clear? So write down all these things. ABC is a triangle. D is parallel to BC. To prove is AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. We have to construct draw perpendicular from E to N at AD, DM from D to AE, then join BE and DC. This is all about your constructions. Now we have to prove it. Clear? Okay, fine. So let this proof I am writing here so that it is easy for you, that I can prove it here. So that AD by DB equal to AE by EC. You have to do it. So I am just erasing this one. What is given, what is proof, what is to be construct. Now come to the point, proof. Okay. What is the area of the triangle ADE? Area of a triangle. What is the formula of area of a triangle? Area of a triangle is what? Half into base into height. And another area you know, that is, you have read in the standard 9, that Heron's formula, square root of S whole into square root of S into S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. What is S? S is equal to semi-perimeter. But we should use here the formula area of a triangle, that is equal to half into base into height. Half into base into height. Clear? So now you put, let area of triangle ADE triangle. Area of triangle ADE triangle. So what is it? Now half into DE, half into ADE, half into, if you will take AE into DM, half into AE into DM, half into AE into DM. Clear? Area of triangle, what? This triangle of base AE, so that half into AE into DM. Clear? Again, area of triangle, what? DEC. See, this is also another triangle, DEC, and for this triangle, this is the base, this is the height DM. So area of triangle DEC is equal to what? Now half into EC into what? DM. See, divide these two. By dividing, we get, what do we get? If we divide this area by this area, by dividing, this is equation 1, this is equation 2, by dividing equation 1 by equation 2 by 2, we get, what will get? Now half cancel, dm cancel, that is we get AE by CE. See, if we divide this one, dm cancel, half cancel, AE by AE by C. Let equation 3. Clear all of you? We are dividing by this one, we will get AE by C. Now, again you take area of this triangle ADE, but the base becomes AD. If this is the base, so height is this one. This triangle, this is base, this is the height. This is the base, this is the height, DM. But if base is AD, then height is EN, clearly. So what we are writing? The area of triangle, what? ADE of base AD is equal to half into AD into EN. Half into AD into EN of this triangle. And here also another triangle, you see, we can take this triangle also. This is the base BD, height is EN, exterior height, exterior altitude. Similarly, area of triangle BDE is equal to half into BD into EN. Let this is equation 4, this is 5. Divide 4 by 5. So divide equation 4 by equation 5. What will get? We are dividing these two equations. So by dividing half cancel, EN cancel, we are getting what? AD by BD. This is equation 6. Here you are getting AE by C. Here you are getting AD by BD. Already the points has came. Now you come the main part of this, how these two will be related to each other. See, in triangle BD and DC are on the same base. See, triangle BDE and triangle CDE are in the same base D. See, triangle BDE and triangle CDB, BDE and CDE are in the same base, what? D. Okay, are in the same base D. You know that when the two triangles are in the same base and same parallel, the area of those two triangles are equal. The two triangles having same base and in same parallel, that DE parallel to BC, it is already given the first data. So BD and AD are in the same base D and same parallel, that is DE and parallel to BC given. So triangle this one and the same base, that's why therefore area of BDE triangle is equal to area of triangle what? CD. Area of triangle CD, equation 3. The area of this triangle is equal to area of this triangle. Clear? If area of this triangle is equal to area of these triangles, from equation 1 you have got AE divided by C. In equation 2 you got AD by BD, and in equation 3 you got area of triangle BD is equal to area of triangle CD. Nani? So from equation 1, 2 and 3, if this area is same, then what about this BD and this AIC? Then we can say from equation 1, what 3, equation 6 and from equation 7, sorry, from equation 7 it is clear that AD by dB is equal to AE by EC. Because you see, I have divided these two areas, I am getting AE by EC. I am dividing the two areas, I am getting AD by dB, and at last, if I am getting AD by dB, AE by EC, and we are getting this area is equal to this area, and this is the common area for both. That means area of this bigger triangle is equal to area of this bigger triangle, ACD and ABE. If area is same, so it is very much clear that AD by dB is equal to AE by EC. This has to proved of your Thales theorem or basic proportionality theorem. So this theorem is very much clear. What if a line is drawn parallel to third side, which cut the two lines but to other sides in a distinct point D and E, then the ratio AD by dB is equal to AE by EC. This is proved of this theorem. Clear, students? I hope you have to understood of this class very properly, and basic proportionality theorem is very important theorem, how to make two triangles similar, and according to this concept we will prove a lot of things, lot of our reverse theorem is also there, and lot of problems we have to solve in these chapters. Students, next class we will go for the reverse of BPT theorem or basic proportionality theorem and some question answer. You go through it and enjoy the study. Thank you all students. Have a nice day all of you.